All right, we are to the last section here with our standalone bags, or you may have another name for them. But basically, these type of bags come in two sizes. You have your small ones here for the kids and children, obviously, and then you have your bigger ones for the teens and adults. So when you're looking at getting a bag, make sure you. I know most places you cannot, look at the bag in person and adjust it and see which one's right for you, because most of us, like me, buy most of their stuff online these days. So when you're looking at the bag, I'm 6'1", so obviously I would not want this small one because it only goes up, let's see, it goes up about that high. So I'm 6 foot, and that's the maximum height there. That's probably what, about 5 feet, a little under 5 feet there. And especially if you're bigger, you don't want one of these small bags like this, because the higher the bag goes, the easier it is to tip over there. So if you have a child, or if you're younger and you're just going through the program on your own, well, I hope you're not younger going through this program on your own and have a credit card and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, if you got these bags, if you're working out in your living room and you got some, you got the lamps, and you don't want to break your mom's lamps and stuff like that. So make sure when you're setting these bags up, make sure they're away from something that you don't want to get broke, because once you get more strong, if you're stronger, and you're going to be able to hit that bag kind of hard. So you don't want it tipping over and breaking something like that. So watch out for that. And when you're filling these up, I would use water, because we do have a couple filled with sand. Even though you can't go the sand way, I would suggest the water, because it gives you more. It works with you more, and it's not as I would say hard when you hit, because if you fill it up with sand, that stuff is packed in there tight. It's like hitting a wall sometimes. So I would put water in it, even though these bags sometimes, if they fall over too many times, they do have a seam. So that seam can get a crack in it, and it will leak from time to time. But you can just put some super glue or Gorilla Glue on there, and that should fix it. But if you're looking for an easier way to transport these around, I would use water, because once you get sand in there, it's very difficult to move around. And if you're a small person, or if you're not very strong, you're going to have a very hard time moving these bags around if you put sand in them. So there's your small bag. The good thing that's nice about these is you can also, let me see if I can get it off here, you can take the tops off of these. And obviously you need to take the tops off, because you're going to have to fill it up with something. So, I guess it's neat, because you can actually hold these, I guess, a little bit if you're wanting to improvise a little bit or something like that. It's just a thought if you want to do that. And it's also got the rungs here, I guess you would say, and you can adjust the height. This one has three different heights you can use it for. Some have more or less, depending on the brand and that kind of stuff. So get this back on. Okay. One thing before we get to the big one here is, you'll notice that is plastic, and like I'm going to say before, you got to make sure you get your knees up. And if you're not good on getting your knees up, and you have one of these, you will start getting your knees up very quickly, because that does not feel too good when you hit those, especially with like a round kick. Yeah, that top of the foot is very sensitive, and it can sting a lot. So, okay, we have our big bag here, which is mostly what most people will use. Same basic design. Like I'm 6 foot. This one goes up. Let's see. Sometimes I can click these, and sometimes I can't. Okay, there we go. I'm 6 foot, so this bag is, probably a little over 6 foot there, since I'm 6'1" there or whatever. So if you're looking for something to grow with, this one is perfect, because once you get up to higher bells and stuff, your kicks, hopefully you're stretching out daily, or a couple times a week, and you can get those kicks on up there too. So that's just something to think about, even though of course the bigger ones are a little more costly. But you can also use this for stuff other than just hitting it and working on your technique. These work good for stretching out too. Just throw a leg up there, get you a stretch out, and you know, there's different ways to use, there's more than one way to use most equipment, so this is, you can multitask on this one, I guess you could say. So, like I said before, make sure you check on the height, check on your height and the height of the bag so that you're not mismatched, and make sure you watch out for mom's base. You don't want to break that, so be careful, and hopefully hopefully you got a little something out of this. Hopefully you learned a little something in case you had no clue about holding bags, or how to pick out a standalone bag in case you don't have someone to work with you on a daily basis or a weekly basis on your technique. So hopefully this is a route you can go in if maybe these don't work out for you. So I'm gonna wrap this up, and I will see you in just a moment.